The most common challenge faced by water and wastewater facilities when it comes to sludge and residuals management is about reducing cost. In some wastewater treatment plants, sludge management costs can be 50% or more of the total expenditures for the facility. Any savings in this area can have a big impact on the overall operating budget of the plant, so most are keen in identifying ways to reduce handling and shipping costs, reduce maintenance expenditures, polymer usage, and the time needed from plant personnel to operate and maintain equipment. Another concern that's often talked about is how to deal and manage with increasing demands on facilities. Flexibility to upgrade for the future and the ability to save space when real estate is limited can be critical factors that impact which equipment should be chosen for a specific application and need. Finally, sustainability is becoming more and more important as the demands of reducing our impact on the environment and everything tied to it is paramount. We're going to cover some of the major technologies that address these concerns and what considerations to look at when deciding what to use. We'll then talk about specific innovations in each that are changing the dynamics of thickening and dewatering and the impact they can have on performance and cost of ownership. Partnership with the manufacturer can play a critical role in engaging and advising on what is available and how it fits to the needs that you have. First, they need to listen. What are your goals? What is most important to you? And how do you need to plan to the future? When it comes to evaluation, they engage by testing sludge in their labs and testing technology options to see what's available. And when it comes to solving the problems, a strong manufacturer partner will present choices. They'll be transparent with information and deliver support from start of the project to the end of service life. Let's start by looking at some sludge thickening considerations. Of course, performance and capacity are table stakes metrics. The equipment has to be able to do what you need it to do both now and in the foreseeable future. Footprint could also be really important, as space and real estate are often in short demand. Keeping power use down can help with the long-term costs, and of course the ongoing maintenance needs of the machine can have big implications to a budget as well as the amount of polymer used, as this is a significant expense in many operations. Finally, you have things like wash water and noise requirements, which can sometimes go by unnoticed but can add up. And of course, operator safety and health are always a concern. You'll often see choices for thickening that include rotary drum thickener, the belt thickener, and the decanter centrifuge. Let's briefly talk about each of these and some things you might want to consider when evaluating them for your needs. The drum thickener operates in a very simple way. Flocculated sludge conveys up the inside of a slowly rotating inclined drum filter. Most of the solids in the sludge remain in the drum and exit, and a significant portion of the water phase passes through the filter cloth. A fully enclosed design means that a drum filter will be better at containing odor and can be installed outside if necessary. It runs quietly and has low power requirements. Thickening performance can be adjusted by varying the feed rate, the polymer type and dosage, the drum speed, and the spraying interval. It is possible to achieve up to a 90% reduction in sludge volume with a drum thickener. It has a medium-sized footprint and requires more wash water than, say, a decanter centrifuge would, but is relatively low because it is cleaned intermittently. You'll often see the drum thickener selected when footprint is consideration and when simple operation or an always enclosed design are desired. A belt thickener is also a very simple design. Sludge is mixed with polymer and is distributed over a continuous porous belt. Rows of plows continuously split the sludge flow, releasing water to drain into a pan below. An adjustable ramp at the end of the belt allows easy control, and its angle will increase or decrease retention time on the belt. The belt thickener has low operator need, low maintenance, and can be enclosed for outdoor installation or to improve odor control. A gravity belt thickener is frequently selected for its simple operation, ability to easily adjust performance, or when it is desired to have the sludge thickening process visible to operators. A decanter centrifuge is the final thickening method we'll talk about. It operates by means of a horizontal cylindrical bowl equipped with a scroll conveyor that rotates at a high rate of speed. The feed enters the centrifuge through a stationary inlet tube in the center and is accelerated into the bowl by a distributor. We call this distribution area the feed zone. The bowl and conveyor rotate at a slightly different speed, allowing the conveyor to push cake solids up the inclined cone of the bowl, also called a beach, and out, while the clean centrate exits the other end of the centrifuge. The components exposed to liquid are often protected by replaceable parts made of something like tungsten carbide. Decanter centrifuges deliver high performance and capacity in a very compact footprint. For thickening applications, they use a low amount of polymer and are completely enclosed to provide odor control compared to open equipment. Decanter centrifuges are typically selected for larger plants when the flows would require large amounts of real estate for other technologies. So let's walk through and compare the thickening options. From a capacity standpoint, all three have high capacity, but the centrifuge has slightly more, and with its small footprint, its capacity per square foot of floor space is high. When it comes to power consumption, the decanter centrifuge uses a fair bit more, but as you'll see in a moment, new innovations are improving power usage significantly in the centrifuge. From a maintenance perspective, most good manufacturers' equipment will be designed to minimize maintenance. However, because the decanter centrifuge is rotating at a high speed, that comes with maintenance on things like bearings and wearing parts. This is usually performed at predictable intervals, and advances in technology like remote monitoring can help ensure trouble-free operation. Polymer use in thickening is relatively close, but some new advances in centrifuge technology can give it an advantage over other equipment. The belt thickener and drum thickener require higher amounts of wash water versus a decanter centrifuge, but because of the high-speed operation of the centrifuge, it is the noisiest of the three technologies, which for some may be a consideration. Your individual situation and requirements will help determine which of these priorities matter the most. And your manufacturer's role is to listen, help evaluate your needs, and to provide options so you can make the best decision for your specific situation. Now let's talk about an innovation in thickener technology.